All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel. If you've been following along, you already know this, but this is our 2004 Excursion. We're doing an 11 to 16 front end swap. We also have a Cummins swap under the hood. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can follow along too. All right, so we're mounting our bumper bracket kit. So this lowers the bumper. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt that onto it now. We got one bolted on. So let's go ahead and mount this one up. All right, so what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and get these two bumper brackets level, and then we will start mounting with the bumper. So here we go, start putting our front bumper back together. We have our first powder coated piece on. This is where it bolts up to the frame and that other bumper bracket that's on the front. So we're gonna go ahead and put our other bracket in. And then we do have to still reassemble the fog light assemblies, and we do have some fog lights we're gonna run right now. We do want to eventually upgrade to the Morimotos, but right now we just have these Rough Country Black Series that we're going to put in there and run for right now. I think it should look okay, and we can upgrade later if we don't like it. So let's get this started, and we'll try to make some progress tonight. Truck's starting to look really good. It's really clean. Really liking how it's turning out. So if you guys like it, hit that thumbs up button for us. All right, so here we have our two original fog light assemblies. So we're gonna go ahead and get them cleaned up, and I'll give you guys a look afterwards. We do have both of our bumper brackets installed now. Give you guys a quick little look. This is from the back side. Can't wait to flip it over and see what it looks like. But let's go ahead and get these cleaned up, get those fog lights installed, so we can flip that bumper around and take a look. So here's the fog lights that we got. They're just the Rough Country 2-inch black label. So we're gonna see if we can make some brackets to hold them into the fog light assembly. Looks like it should be pretty simple. Looks like if we make us a little, let's see, get this back off. So the fog light actually sits in, supposed to mount up to that right there. So it looks like if we just mount us up a bar across and drill us a hole in there, we should be able to do that and then have some adjustability in it. So let's stay tuned and get that taken care of. So here's our fog lights that we mounted up. We did just build like a little aluminum bracket for right now, nothing special, just to hold these Rough Country lights in place. They are just the 2-inch LED light pods. See if we can get a look at it while the bumper's flipped over. There's a quick look at it. Next couple days we'll get this thing mounted up and get it on the truck. So we'll route these lines, these wires down along the front of the bumper onto the driver's side, and then we'll run the wires just like the factory work on for the fog lights on this. So there's a quick update of what we've done today. Make progress every day, just a little at a time. That's how you get it done. All right, so we got our diode dynamic switchback bulbs. We also got their diode dynamics, the hyper flash. This is a diode, basically, a 6-ohm diode. So we're gonna wire these up. We already went ahead and did the passenger side. So what I did, I just tied it in right there, put 2 screws into it. I did go ahead and I didn't use the little T-taps. I just went ahead and wired it in. And then I just wired it in, you know, put 2 screws in it, something around that area. So we'll go ahead and do that to this side. And then we'll give you guys a quick look at what they're looking like. So this is where we're kind of looking right now. We're starting to piece everything together. Got a lot of adjustment on everything we still have to take care of, but this is what she's looking like right now. So let's get back to work on these headlights, get these marker bulbs in, get it wired up. All right, so what we did on our first step of the install is we went ahead and installed our Diode Dynamics diode. We just put 2 screws in there. Next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and strip these wires back a little bit and get them ready to tie into our original pigtail. I did get some new pigtails. As you can see, both the clips are torn off on this one. So I got 2 new ones. I got another one of those right here. Just off of the factory, another Excursion that I got. So we're gonna go ahead and get that tied into there, and we'll make it to the next step. Want to remember while wiring in these to quit that hyper flash, you're going to want to tie into the ground and the turn signal, the signal wire of the turn signal. So that's what we're going to connect this on the brown wire is ground. Then we're going to go from this one wire, the brown wire is the turn signal wire. Then this black wire is the ground wire, and then this green wire is our turn signal wire. So we're going to connect that to the other end of our diode. So I'll go ahead and get that done, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when we have that done. All right, so here we have it wired in. We just went ahead and put some electrical tape around there. So that's what it looks like installed. I did go ahead and test it to make sure it was working properly. One thing, we still do have our incandescent marker bulbs. One reason why is because it is still a stock headlight, and it goes into the that reflector, so I wasn't too worried about that. Another thing that we did, this does have HID. It came out of a Corvette, so that's one other thing that it does have. So let's go ahead and get this thing test fitted, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so that was a quick installation of those Diode Dynamic bulbs. They look really good in there also. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and wire up our HIDs, and then we're going to get these headlights bolted in, and then we'll be bolting on the grill. So we got our 2 powder coated radiator brackets back on the truck now. And then we're gonna go ahead and start building our drive shaft. We had all of it powder coated, so we need to install some new U-joints. So let's get started on that now. So Our drive shaft's right over here. We're gonna go ahead and get this started taken care of right here. And we'll get it put together and then we'll show you guys what it looks like when it's together. All right, so we did go ahead and get a new AC condenser. Nothing was wrong with it, but we just wanted to go ahead and update it. This is our part number right here for AC condenser. So we're gonna go ahead and while we had it apart, we're gonna go ahead and put a new one in. So just to see what it looks like real quick. Get it opened up. So that's what the new condenser will look like. Just to clean the front end of the truck up a little bit. So let's go ahead and get that installed now, and then we're gonna get that grill in. All right, so there's only you have two things that hold the condenser in. There's two of these brackets, and then you have your two AC lines. Make sure if you're gonna do this that you do have the AC is been evacuated. So we're gonna go ahead and take these lines loose and get the new condenser installed now. All right guys, so we got our grill slid into place. So that's what it's looking like so far. If you followed along to the very end, go ahead and leave a like down below, drop us a comment, and let us know what you think about the grill.